Hey guys, how you going? This is BillyEatWorld again, and today we're going to take a quick look at the history of the L85A2 assault rifle, which is currently one of my favourite weapons in Sandstorm so far that's available to the advisor kit on the security team. Before we do get started though, I should point out that this video isn't a full-on weapon review because, after all, we are still in the beta and all the weapon stats are still a work in progress. And so what we're going to focus on today instead is just the real history of the gun, and we'll come back and cover all the in-game stuff after the full game comes out. Okay, so to kick off, the L85 is actually the military variant of the SA-80 assault rifle produced by the British Royal Small Arms Factory. In fact, they produced about 350,000 of them between 1985 and 1994, and it still remains the primary service rifle of the British Armed Forces today. It was designed to NATO specs of the time to fire the 5.56x45mm NATO cartridge from a 30-round magazine at up to 610 to 775 rounds per minute. But the most interesting thing I think about the L85 is that it's pretty unique in Sandstorm because it's actually the first gun in the series to feature a bullpup design. So what does that even mean? Well, basically a bullpup style rifle is a weapon that has the firing mechanism housed in the stock. And what this layout allows the designer to do is to create a weapon that's still only about as long as a carbine, but has a full-sized barrel. Also, another interesting point is that the furniture on the L85 is made of lightweight polymer plastics, which gives the user more capacity to carry more important stuff like ammunition. And part of the reason the L85 was designed to be this way is that both of these points were a huge issue with the previous British service rifle, the L1A1 SLR, otherwise known as the FNFAL. Now, another interesting point about the L85 is that it was designed with features to make it adaptable, like, for example, its flash hider, which also serves as the mount for the bayonet and for rifle grenades, which can be used as well as the L123 underbarrel grenade launcher. The British Army currently uses the L85 with the 4x SUSAT scope, but some modern variants also feature a rail system for mounting a range of different attachments. And not just that, apart from the little things, the L85 also comes in a range of different variants, like for example the L86 light support weapon, which has a longer barrel and a bipod. The problem is though, is that for everything the L85 can do, during and after the Gulf War of the early 1990s, it picked up a pretty bad reputation. Because to begin with, in general, bullpup weapons have a fundamental flaw in that the bullets eject in line with where your face is when you're aiming. What that basically means is that most bullpups are only really able to be used right-handed, which obviously sucks if you're a lefty. And not just that, it's also a tactical problem because it means you need to expose yourself more than necessary to shoot around a corner on the left-hand side of a building. Now, if all it had to worry about was its bullpup characteristics, the L85 still would have been probably okay. But more specifically, when it first saw combat, it actually turned out to be pretty unreliable and was really fragile. And apparently the British troops in the Gulf War had to deal with things like the furniture falling apart and the magazines literally falling out. Also, the magazine spring wasn't strong enough, which meant to make the weapon feed properly, you couldn't load a full 30 rounds in the mag. And so that ultimately led to the British government in the year 2000 to contract Heckler & Koch to fix these issues and to refit the weapons into what became known as the L85A2. So all in all, the L85 wasn't and still isn't perfect, but the fact it remains in service speaks volumes because despite its flaws, it actually turned out to be pretty okay. In fact, its compact size with a full-sized barrel length has proved time and time again that it's actually more effective in many situations than even the American M4. The L86 variant unfortunately hasn't been as successful though, and it's currently being replaced by the FN Mini-Me and the L129A1 DMR. But like I said, the L85A2 itself has stood the test of time, and I'd say you can expect that British troops will be carrying them for quite a while to come. But anyway, guys, I guess that just about wraps up this video. So make sure you let me know what you think about the L85A2 in the comment section below. Also, let me know what your favorite assault rifle is, and let me know what weapon you'd like to see me do a history video of next. As always, though, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and please feel free to check out the links in the description if you want to see any more of these videos. And also, don't forget, you can also find my Twitter and Discord links down there as well if you want to keep in touch with me. And as always, until next time, see you later, and have a good one.